Okay. Uh, so just making one more stream. A few things. So yesterday I made a stream with me trying to do the rigging, and it was quite a complete failure because my computer couldn't handle it. And I started to watch some YouTube videos, and I realized that I just have way too much poly for it to handle. So um, and so I asked a friend, what can I do? What can how can I solve this? And he pointed me towards another friend, a mutual friend of ours, Kingston, who is teaching concept art production in a pretty famous, concept art school here in Singapore. And that was 10:30 in the evening, and I was like, how do I do this? I just sent him a text, and he was almost immediately he replied, you want to find out now? Oh, yeah, it's 10:30, so I went over and found out. And he taught me a few things, and probably the first thing is that I should start slicing up this guy. I should start slicing up with this guy because I don't actually need his whole body, and his body has got like a lot of geometry. So I'm just gonna slice up his hands and his head because that's the only thing that's actually visible. Why can't I slip? Because okay, so I can split now. So split unmasked points. So this, which is the whole body, I'm gonna delete. So I'm just left with the head and the hands, which can be. So the other thing he asked me to do was to dynamesh a whole bunch of the parts and turn them as small as possible. Oops. Some of the work that I've done yesterday may be wasted, but yeah, it was not much, and I can catch up. Come on. Try to look at it. What the hell? Okay. 1 to 8. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. So this is cool because it's hanging onto the shape while reducing, because they're constantly doing halves again and again. I think I'm slightly clueless. So this is 11,000 poly. What's it for? 12,000 poly. 14,000 poly. 15,000 poly. 18,000. 20,000. Right, so yeah, so I think what I'll do, I'll drop it down to this 11,000 one. Okay, cool. So each of the parts I will be dropping the counts. So this is how does this work? So this is 1,000 poly. That's not too bad actually. Let's see how that looks like with higher and higher res. Did I? Yeah, it works. Okay, so I think my aim would be to change all the parts to about 1,000 poly. So these can actually even be included. Yep, that's good. So the idea is to get them to have a really low polygon base, and when I want to sculpt them and add detail, I will increase that using subdivisions rather than using Dynamesher or Zremesher. So Zremesher and Dynamesher is to get them as down as low as possible, and right, so that seems to be working out okay. Yeah, I think the point is to get them as low as possible without losing the shape. So earlier when I got the shoes too low, it was losing the shape. But I think most of these can be done with 1,000. Okay. What's that? Okay, 1,000. 1,000. What did I say around 4,000? I think it's wrong. 2,000. Yeah, really? I can't quite understand why these are not getting smaller, but I think I'll live. Yeah, that's good. There's one coming. So there's some smarts going on. They're not just applying everything as I asked them to. They're still trying to preserve the shapes and stuff. Mm. Right. So yeah, I just did below 1,000,000. Um, cool. So I just did below 1,000,000. Shoes are pretty rough. Pockets are pretty rough. Let's see, what can I do with the... Um, so, Okay, so what I'm going to do is entry methodology close hole. So. Yeah, see, can you drop this? Yep, I just did it. You know, I dropped this by half, and I barely can see a difference, and the number of geometry just like became so small. The nails are there. Excellent. Let's see if I can drop this by half again. So the bulk of it was actually with the face and the hands and stuff. Total. So I dropped this to 2 million. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how much is this guy got. This is 200,000. Yep, I think to preserve this thing is not going to get much lower than this. Okay, cool. I'm actually very happy because I just reduced the amount of polygons by about 10 times. That was how crappy my production, you know, how crappy my workflow was. And it took about an hour with Kingston to actually figure all this out. So I got this. So the basic idea is that to get this in a low poly with all the slices, all the pieces that I need, so I can do the Transpose Master. So pretty much I am kind of ready, you know, to embark on this. Part of the thing that Kingston was saying was main part, of course, is use subdivisions to get detail. Once you got your mesh down to a very low poly that maintains the shape, and this is proven point. You know, I got 200,000 polygons, and we shall go try what we were trying yesterday with the Transpose Master, and see if that actually helps in the performance when we're trying to pose. Transpose Master. So it's merging all this into one and giving me one of these. How do I turn off Gizmo 3D? Okay, make sure symmetry is on. Scale. So transparency but not ghost is what was advised, I think. Yeah, I'm having problems with this. That when sometimes my keyboard just does some random stuff because of the language and stuff. So I'm gonna remove the language pack so that it doesn't work. Doesn't do that anymore. So annoying. Okay. Yes, I saw this in on one of the guys' stream, and he was saying, yeah, needs a bit of support on the buttocks and the crotch. Right, so safe over that. I mean, this could all be wasted work because but let's see, yeah. Rotate. How do I turn this off? Right, so much better, much better. Because yesterday I was lagging so badly I couldn't even do this. I mean, it's still not super high performance, but it's working. Get rid of Gizmo 3D. Preferences. Gizmo 3D. Show people. No. And one's real. Oh well. So, okay. So the way I think this is working, I have to figure out a few more other things, but yeah, it seems to be working. So let's see if I can reverse that by using T-pose up. So let's look at my subtools. Do I actually have to rig in the T-pose? Rig. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna find out if I can like kind of reuse the rigging or something. Or do I need to draw new rigging every single time? How does this work? Cool. So that works. And the other thing that he was advising me to do is actually just to use masking to pose, because now everything is in their own poly groups. Oh, that was groups. Auto groups? Okay, yeah, do different classes, do different poly groups, and use that to pose. That's it. Right, so I'm now a lot more confident in trying to sculpt this thing in greater detail before, and know that I'm not, going to regret certain decisions I make later on. So let's get out of this, because this is working fine. Whereas previously yesterday this was like screwing up. I was failing, I was getting a crash or something like with this. So this is much leaner. So cool, I'm gonna end the stream here and try to read up and figure out a few more things. Thank you for watching and kind of learning at the same time as me, because I'm not sure if you're learning anything, but I certainly have learned a few things and tested them on my model, and they seem to work out. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit.